And I can push that and wait for it to go live, and then we'll talk. And welcome back to Depictions Media, and this is a special edition with me, and I'm here with my friend Colin Sprake. Now I'm going to give a bit of an introduction about Colin Sprake and tell you all why he's so special to me. Without Colin, Depictions Media wouldn't exist.
Wow.
He gave me the mindset work that I needed to create the whole system that we use to send really cool videos out to people. And he also gave me the know-how to actually maintain a good business attitude. Now, you also notice that I usually appear in front of the camera in pink or red with a black jacket. That is also because of Colin's products. I think that was the Marketing Warrior?
Sales Warrior.
Sales Warrior, yeah. Where he actually gave advice on how to show up for trade shows and things like that, or networking events where people may not know you right off. So it has helped me get noticed.
Beautiful, man.
So yeah. So here's Colin, and we're going to ask Colin today what love and trust means to make your mark, and if you could tell what love and trust means for you personally.
Well, for me, I think those are probably the two most important words in life, I think, in everything. I don't really separate my business from my family. You know, for me, love and trust is love and trust, period. So for me, love's the highest energy. I think you should, in many ways, when your clients become friends, and there's love between you and your clients, that for me is the epitome of having a really great client. I think that's one of the key things for me. And love in your family to me is obvious. I mean, love is respect for one another, integrity for one another. I mean, you can even see in the background, the word integrity on the wall. Yes. I think love for me is just such a bond of respect and understanding of each other as human beings, whether it's internal in your company, external with your clients, or within your own family. Because I don't see any of them as different. Trust for me is probably one of the most powerful words for us here and Make Your Mark. For me, it's really understanding one another, understanding who you are, and for me, trust is one of those things that elevates you to another level in all areas of your life. When you trust, number one, yourself, and when you trust others, especially within a company, and you trust them to do great work. They might not always do it the way you want it done, but you trust them to get it done that way. You trust them to get it done in whatever the end goal is that you're looking for, and you trust them to do it. I think that's one of the most important parts of really understanding business, understanding your team, and building respect within your team, and building love within your team. Because I believe in communities outside of your company, but also a community inside your company, which is the culture. I mean, all of it is culture. So what you create internally, and so many people talk about go outside and create an amazing community. What's your tribe? All that kind of stuff. I understand that, but the most important part for me is your tribe also includes people inside your company.
Right.
Right. So for me, the two of them come together, whether it's your team, your facilitators, your faculty, what have you, that we have internally at Make Your Mark. All of us together have trust of one another and a love for one another. And, hence our hashtag is MYM Family. We see ourselves as a family here at the office, a family with our students, and a family as part of my family. Because to me, some of my best friends now are students of Make Your Mark. People that we've built a trust. We've built a love for one another. In fact, I was just with one of our students on Saturday morning, sitting in his home having coffee with him, just chatting. And, there's a mutual love and a mutual trust that's been built. I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think you can only build love and trust in one way. And it shows through your business. It shows through your personal life. It shows in every aspect of your life. Right. So who you are in one, you cannot be multiple personalities. I suppose you could be, but I wouldn't recommend that. So
yeah. Sometimes multiple personalities doesn't work, but being multiple. I remember way back you were multiple people within your business, but now you're just a single visionary, right?
Yeah, for me, there's multiple people here now. I mean, we continue to grow. We've just grown into Dallas, into the States, and I'm now I'm the visionary. I can't say the sole visionary. I mean, each of our leaders has their own vision within the vision, because I love and trust that they're going to be able to do that. And for me now, I'm the visionary, which I can't say just the visionary. It's the most important role of the company because it's seeing where we're going and being able to see that future and having the team with me on the. It's like me, I'm the captain of the ship with the goggles on or the telescope looking out what's the horizon.
Right.
And our team's pulling the sails and doing everything else needed in order to get us there. And neither one can do it without the other.
So communication is really key within the culture of your business.
I think communication creates your culture. It's a big part of creating an amazing culture. And I look at what we've done, Michael, over the last while in terms of how we've created that culture, continue to build that culture. And you know what, like any family, you do go through some tough love situations that you have to really, do certain things that maybe not are, you might not be happy with at the time, or you might go through some challenging times with, as you grow from an infant company to an adolescent company to a mature company and way beyond that to a bona fide enterprise. Is on that journey. Sometimes when you have teenagers, they don't behave the way you want them to behave within your culture. And it's no different running a business. Running a business. Certain people don't behave a certain way, and you have to make some tough decisions. But it's all in line with making sure you maintain the culture of your family and culture of your business.
Right. So. I had to say that one of my really close friends used to work here at Major Mark, and she didn't leave on a sour note, and I know that her vision and your vision didn't match, but she has built a wonderful business, and she's doing a really cool podcast in Whistler right now.
Cool, man.
So it's like the mindset. She took that mindset with her, and that's probably really important, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, my dream for everyone that's at Make Your Mark is that they build out, this is an entrepreneurial company. Everything we do here is entrepreneurial driven. If you got a slight tendency towards entrepreneurship, you'll get the bug if you work here. And my dream is that every single person leaves here and goes on to start their own business.
Yeah.
Not everyone, and some people are meant to be employees. It's just that risk tolerance isn't there for some people.
Right.
But for other people that come in here, we know now with the average company and from our human resources that the average, not with us, but generally throughout Canada, the average person stays 2.2 years. So because they're changing careers, they're moving on, they're doing things. My goal is that if we can help somebody be at 2 years and then they move on to their own business, then and we can help them at that, what a pleasure. At the same time, sometimes people go and start their own business and then they come to work for Make Your Mark and they're like, I'll never do that again, because it takes work to build a business, and everyone thinks it's just milk and honey and money flowing in abundantly every single day. In the beginning part, it might not happen that way.
Yeah. Well, one thing, because of your classes and the mindset training that you give all of your students, I know a lot of people, they say, oh, well, I can't afford the bank loans, I can't afford the credit card expenses and all that kind of stuff. It scares them. And I also had to add to this that we built our business without all that, because you showed us a path that could be taken. Some businesses, maybe you can't do that, but in our case, we were able to do that because you showed us the path that we needed to take to create everything without going after bank loans and creating cash flow so that we could buy equipment and things like that. So
yeah, thank you for that, Michael, and thank you for the kudos. I mean, we do our best every single day to serve everybody. I always say to people, it's easier to look externally than look internally sometimes when things don't go the right way. It's easier to look out and blame other people, really, than look internally and take responsibility for things. Mm-hmm. That if you ask me what have I shifted big time in the last probably 2 years, is really looking more internal. When things don't go the way they should go, it's easy to blame others.
Yes.
It's easy to get on to social media and get negative and all that kind of stuff. But to me, that's not courageous. Courageous is when you just go face on and you hit things face on and you do what's required to do that you need to do in order to move things forward. So for me, courage is a big thing that I think we've lost a lot of in our marketplace, because everyone can hide behind social media, which is quite a sad environment that people live in.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree. Automation and computers and all that sort of stuff is cool, but we still have to have that human connection, and that's where the courage comes in, to reach beyond the computer and shake somebody's hand.
even shake your hand, but also even say to them, "Hey, Michael, things aren't working. You know, your business
Okay.
hasn't done a good thing for me. Blah 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 blah. How can we fix it?" As opposed to go on social media. And a very good friend of mine owns a restaurant just down the road from here, and he said to me one day, he said, "Colin, it's so easy." You know, he said to me, "There's two kinds of worlds out here." I said, "What do you mean by that?" And he said to me, "Well, there's the online world, and then there's the real world." You know, he said, "I live in the real world, you know, where, you know," he even says in his restaurant, you know, you'll walk up to your table and he'll say to you, "How's your meal?" And you'll be like, "The meal is awesome, it was beautiful." And then he walks away, and when he turns his back, they jump on Open Table or jump on onto Google, and they leave a review against his restaurant of how bad it was. But yet he just asked them how the meal was, and they said fantastic. You know, so it's so interesting, as opposed to people just being courageous and saying, "Hey, that meal wasn't great." You know, so for me, it's a very interesting world we live in right now. And you know, for me, you go back to your two key words of trust and love. For me, with the people that love you and that you trust the most are the people that will support you through no matter what kind of situations you go through.
Okay. Well, thanks for being with us today.